we hear it one more time for Dr. Chipman and the middle school honor band? Middle high school band director and also the all-district band coordinator for this year. I just want to go ahead and thank Dr. Chipman so very much for being with us today. I've been able to kind of observe both him and our other clinician just in the capacity of being able to watch him work with these kids. And every time I go into their room, I just feel the intensity just hitting me every time. The kids are focused in, he's up there, he's doing what he does best. Everyone is enjoying what they're doing. Dr. Chipman, thank you very, very much for being here this week. District 19N members, we would like to thank Dr. Shelby Chipman for conducting the 2012 All-District Middle School Honor Band this day, January 28, 2012.
That went well. Now, how many of you FCAT got that last note? You got it. Ah. All right. Look at it for next time. Let me first of all again thank all of you in attendance today for coming out. This is a great way, I think, to spend your Saturday afternoon supporting your children and your students as they continue to work on their musical excellence. And I would, of course, first of all, be remiss if I did not thank the students on stage. I mentioned to them the first day I had never attempted to perform 6 selections in one all-county or all-district band before. I even conducted the Florida All-State 7th and 8th grade group in 2008, and we performed, I think it was 4 or 5 selections. So this is really a tremendous effort they have put forth today on some very challenging literature. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your hard work. If you don't mind me being personal for a minute, I'd like to especially thank all the members of the district. I've adjudicated here solos and ensembles in the past, but there are 2 individuals that you've already met who have been very inspirational in my life in terms of being a young band director down in Miami, where I graduated in 1989, and when I started in this quest, it was a little rough because you think all the methods in conducting classes, you learn everything you need to learn, but there's always somebody out there that can be encouraging. And I say that to the other younger band directors, as well as those of us that are seasoned, to always think about who we can learn from. And so Mrs. Tina Lafera and, of course, Elsie Coney were always inspirational to me when they used to adjudicate our bands and our students down in Miami, and I'll forever be indebted to them. Particularly Tina, who pulled me to the side after, I think, my first time I took my jazz band I mentioned to the students, my jazz band to the festival, and we didn't do as well my first year. And of course, if you're a band director, you know what I'm talking about because you just want to do well. And so you're still learning, but she pulled me to the side and said, it's going to be all right, you need to do this, this, and this, and keep working hard. And so Tina, I'll forever be indebted to you. And even last week, or week before last, she knows what I'm talking about. At FMBA, she was very, very, very confident in many regards. And then, of course, Elsie Coney, who has judged our bands many, many times. And I remember sight reading. I know you may not remember this, but sight reading years ago. Of course, I taught in the inner city school, and we went into the sight reading room. And of course, when you come off stage, band directors, I'm sure I'll get an amen on this one, but you come out of that stage and you just don't know what's going on. I mean, you hope for the best, but you just don't know. So you go to the sight reading room, and Elsie settled those kids down and settled me down, and he told them basically to take in some air. So you do that. Take it, everybody breathe in with me. Ready? Breathe in. Let it go. Breathe in. And he said, if your breath stank, let it go. And I still remember that. It calmed those kids down. Hopefully you got it. It calmed them down and calmed me down, and we were able to have a great sight reading session on that day. So I bought a couple of CDs, and I was running in, and I also have some flags from Florida A&M University. They're in my car. I left them in the car, but I also have those, one for you and one for Tina, and 2 flags in my car. I'm sorry I left the flags in my car, but I'll get them concert. Thank you guys so much for everything that you have done to get me to the point where I am. And last thing before, as our speaker is coming, okay, he's ready. You got to remember the 5 things. Okay, some of you know them. Is Larry here today? No. He's not here. Good. So he won't tell it. There are 5 B's you have to remember. When you start talking too long, you tell that person, be brief, brother, be brief. Those are the 5 B's of life. Be brief, brother, be brief, and move along with what needs to get taken care of. So if you didn't learn anything else today, you learned the 5 B's, and that probably Dr. Chipman could talk a whole lot. So we'll bring up our final speaker, who's going to introduce his last piece. We hope you'll be encouraged to sing along, and thank you for being a wonderful audience, and thank you, District 19, for having me here.
A 7th grade clarinet player from Claremont Middle School. As we celebrate American life, particularly under the leadership of our President Barack Obama, we would also like to dedicate this concert to our community. Sit back, relax, and appreciate American legacy as we perform America the Beautiful, When Johnny Comes Marching Home, I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, The Battle of the Republic, Your Grand Old Flag, and America. All 5 of these songs are traditional and inspirational masterpieces. A special thank you to all of our parents and band directors for being so encouraging and supportive in our quest to be the better musicians. Here is an American celebration by Carl Strong.